I love to see you laugh, Helen Yee. Laugh a little harder.
Helen Yee here in downtown LA at Fight Science Gym. Always great to be reconnected with the one and only Mr. Jason Mayhem Miller. Great to see you again. Long time no see.
I'm back.
Yeah, well, speaking of you being back, because I know all of your fans, they've been missing you, and they've also been wondering and reading that statement that you put out just a couple days ago. So do you want to clarify, like, everything is officially okay, like you are back?
Well, I mean, you know, like I feel like I said everything, and I felt like I spoke from the heart there. Yeah. You know, it was a very strange time in my life where, you know, you think about it. You know, you attain some level of status in the sport and, you know, in America in general. And, you know, there's people out there to try to take advantage or exploit the situation. And, you know, that's a trap that it's easy to fall into. And, you know, I just want to tell you guys I'm sorry for falling into that trap. And I won't do it again.
And now you're here at Fight Science, so you'll be coaching here full time, or?
You know, yeah, I like Ian Harris, who owns Fight Science. You know, we partnered up. I brought some guys in down from Orange County. I moved up to LA, and so now, you know, I'm kind of doing like casting call for 55ers and down. You know, right now we're just accepting applications for guys who are lightweights, and man, we're doing some really exciting things. I got some projects in the work. I don't want to say nothing to break the NDA and have to get sued, but you know, you guys can if you have anybody to audition, you know, holler at me on Instagram, Facebook. It's the same thing now, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, it definitely is the same thing, but which one is your Instagram? Because I'm kind of confused. Don't you have like two now? Which one's yours?
It is not the drag queen, okay, I'll tell you that much, which I'm a big fan of the Mayhem Miller, big fan. But it's just Mayhem Miller.
The one with the blue check mark?
Correct.
Okay, not the one with the threes, because you really do have two of them.
I think, you know, for a long time, somebody stole my Instagram.
Oh, okay. But you got it back.
Got it back. Eventually.
Good for you.
I mean, you have to jump through some hoops, let me tell you. You know, I thought that I was going to have to do some dirty things to Zuckerberg to get that thing back. But nah, alas.
Good. I'm glad the Instagram police took care of that. But there's so much going on since the last time that we spoke, and I'd love to pick your brain about a couple of the fights that just happened. One of them being in that welterweight division, a division you fought at before, Nate Diaz versus Leon Edwards at UFC 263. Did you get to watch that fight?
Yeah. Well, you know, here's the thing is that, yeah, that was one of the first ones seen come out. Man, Leon Edwards was just fantastic at being disciplined. You know what I mean? It was just stick and move, stick and move. He didn't, you know, really like get into the firefights that Nate Diaz likes. You know, he didn't allow himself to be goaded into something that he didn't. He fought his fight. Now he got caught right at the end, but too little, too late. You know, it was one of those fights where it was great for the fans. It was exciting, and it was nice to watch a technician being born, sort of. You know, I feel like Leon is just like leaps and bounds, you know, from his previous fights. I really feel like they're doing something right with his training over there. It's really interesting to watch.
Well, what do you think should be next for both Leon and Nate Diaz? Because Nate, even yesterday, was kind of tweeting back and forth with the champion, Kamaru Usman.
Well, I mean, obviously, look, Nate has paid his dues, and, you know, he'll get that money fight. He'll get money fights, you know. Should he have the title shot right now? Nah. I mean, but somebody drops out, why not give it to the guy that everyone wants to watch? You know, Nate has built his career correctly where not only do they want to, you know, see his awesome fighting style, but they also want to see things like, you know, his interviews. Like, he's great at, you know, he just speaks from his heart, and I feel like that's what the MMA community respects. If you say what you really feel, then the fans respond, you know, and you know, not like a real like regimented, you know, reading from a teleprompter type thing. This guy just, you know, he's a gangster and he
keeps it real. And what about Leon, though?
Leon, I mean, what? Does that performance, a technical performance against Nate, does that warrant, like, the next title shot? I mean, can he talk himself into it? I mean, can he even handle Usman's power? Like, there's a lot of questions there. I'd like to see it personally. Like, you know, it'd be nice, but, you know, that's up to the brass.
Speaking of up to the brass, Dana White has said that Colby Covington will be next in line and is getting that rematch against Kamaru Usman. So what do you think of that rematch?
You know, that's why I appreciate you. You always hit me with the news, slap it right in my face. That's what's happening? I think that obviously, yeah, everyone wants to see that. The last fight was, I mean, legendary. I thought about that one for a long time, you know. And Colby, you know, Colby's got the skills. He's got the skills. But, I mean, Usman really, like, stepped it up recently. With that performance against Masvidal, it's like one of those things where, oh, man, he just went from, like, a wrestler that kind of can punch, but to, like, a scary striker, too. So it's nice to see him develop. I don't know if you know this. Usman, I brought him in to, like, Ultimate Fighter 14, you know? And
someone's at the door.
Oh, yeah, I'll lock up. I got you.
Locking up the gym after hours.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Colby, Usman.
Wait, so you were saying Usman, you brought him in, or what were you saying?
No, I mean, look, I had the pleasure to, early on, when I coached Ultimate Fighter 14, we were looking for wrestlers, you know what I mean, to like come in and help the training camp. And we brought this, you know, kind of a nerdy kid, and he was just an awesome wrestler, just the next level, like, and I was like, what the hell, Marty? And I'm like, are you going to do this? And he was like, thinking about it. And now to like flash forward 10 years later and be like, whoa, he thought about it. He figured it out, you know? And I'm just so proud of him. Like, it's just, you know, to see guys come up from like not knowing anything about striking and just having their one martial arts discipline, but to be able to like put the effort in and, like, you know, he's like the American dream right there. You know, he's just put in the hard work and developed the skills, and now, you know, he's walking around with that gold around his waist all the time. It's really a beautiful thing, man. That's America.
Absolutely. But speaking of a former champion, Tyron Woodley, he'll be boxing Jake Paul. How do you think he'll do?
I mean, look, I'll say this. Woodley has power, but, you know, he's never really been that kind of guy to stand and trade because he's such a good wrestler, you know, and you know, he's had a good long career, and, you know, it's natural. You take damage during your career. And I feel like Jake Paul, I mean, who is it? Logan Paul? Jack Paul? How many Pauls out are there? There's freaking Nana Paul. Like, I don't even understand which one he's fighting, but I don't know. I think he's got a definite shot. He might have bit off more than he could chew this time because, is it Logan?
Jake, the younger brother that beat Ben Askren.
Oh, Jake. Yeah, I mean, Woodley can do something against him for sure, but I really feel like Jake Paul has, like, people are like underselling him to be honest. Like, this guy is a really good athlete and has worked with, like, the best trainers. So, you know, I just hope that Woodley, like, understands how to transfer his, like, MMA boxing into, you know, because I'm an MMA guy, you know. I kind of, like, feel like I got to root for him, but that Jake Paul dude is doing things right. Like, he's figured it out. You know, he's hacked the internet. Like, he's the kind of guy that's, like, he's talked his way into every fight. And, you know, and I mean, I'd fight him. You know.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, of course. Because, I mean.
Call him out.
But even, I mean, I kind of just did, right? I mean, I'd fight him. But I'd like to see Jake Paul try his hand at MMA. I mean, he's a wrestler, right? I mean, everyone told me this guy wrestled, right? And it made no sense to me that this guy is just doing boxing when he could, like, put all the skill set together and fight an MMA fight. You know, I don't understand. I guess, you know, he's worried. He's, like, worried about doing, like, the toughest sport where you got to know how to wrestle and know how to kickbox and know how to do jiu-jitsu. You got to know how every piece of the puzzle, and, you know, he's just committed to standing up. You know, it's a really interesting time in the fight sports. Like, it's a damn circus out there.
And lastly, I would love to get your prediction on a big trilogy coming up right around the corner, Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. How do you think that one goes down?
Listen, I love Conor McGregor. Like, I'm a fanboy. I'm a stan for sure, because this guy just knows what he's doing. Like, his fighting style is excellent. But, man, Poirier has put in the effort. Like, to see, again, like, I went away. I didn't watch for a while. And he stepped his game up so much. And I watched the fight. I watched Gaethje. Oh, man. You know, I was so surprised at that, you know, because he just figured Gaethje out. You know, he just unlocked. He figured it out. He knew what Gaethje was going to do. Look, it's hard when you're laying on a mattress full of money to get up for a fight like that. I feel like Poirier is super hungry. Well, I'll give a slight edge to Poirier today, okay? But maybe if I get my Twitter back, I'll tweet opposite, okay? Man, somebody help me with that too. God bless America.
And lastly, for all your fans, what would you like to let them know besides to help you get your Twitter back?
Oh, no. You know what? Never mind. Forget I said that. I'm on it. I'll get it back. You know what I mean? I just got like 15 more passwords to try, and I'll figure it out. You know, I just want to let you guys know I'm back. I'm here at Fight Science. You know, holler at me.